Watched this YouTube video about this possessed doll and it made me think of an experience I once had with an Ionic Pro air purifier my husband bought from a yard sale, and the moment he brought it in the appt I had a bad feeling. I was really not comfortable with it in the appt. Honestly, I felt a presence. My husband became very obsessed with it and proud of it, like seriously he was overdoing it. I started out having nightmares of an evil eye staring at me, nothing but this scary eye looking at me with total darkness surrounding it. Also in bed I would hear my name being called. My anxiety was so high and I was getting so depressed and felt very lost. I found myself screaming at this air purifier, crying and telling it to fuck off like a loca and unplugging it from the wall. Finally, the last day it was in the appt, I was having a nightmare that there were these strangers in the appt with my husband, like hanging out and laughing, but I didn't recognize them or know who they were, and I was angry. I yelled and kicked them out. They frightened me. And that's when I woke up. I thought it was real and ran to the living room where my husband was to see if those PPL had left, and I realized it was just a dream. I felt silly and at the same time a sense of relief. But as I walked back to my room I felt a presence again and I laid on my bed to try to ignore it. Suddenly I felt something enter my body. I felt it all up in between my legs, violating me. I felt it around my face and over my head, like pressing on my hair. I tried to screaming as loud as I could, but it was hard to control the volume of my voice. I felt trapped. Finally in my head I said, "Get off me in the name of Jesus Christ," and I was released. But it wasn't over. I then went into panic mode and honestly looked like a mental patient, ranting and raving around in the appt, rocking back and forth, freaking my husband and children out. All I could say was, "It was inside me, it was inside me," crying because I had felt so violated. I told my husband get rid of it and he removed it from the appt only to put it in the balcony storage closet. When my back was facing it I could feel a lingering feeling on my back, like something trying to latch onto me, and I said, "Get off me," and rubbed my skin like a crazy person. After receiving prayer from my mom I felt a lot calmer and told my husband please throw it in the dumpster, and he did. After that I returned completely back to normal. When I first told that story PPL laughed at me like I was crazy and decided it was best to never tell it again, but I felt compelled to write about it. Later I found out that thing collects negative ions in the air. Okay, so where does it go? This content was provided by angelotricarico.com.